What if I told you Toyota just launched a hybrid SUV that could quietly replace one of its own best sellers, and most people won't even notice? On paper, this new compact SUV promises big fuel savings, modern tech, and Toyota's legendary reliability, all at a price that undercuts larger rivals. But here's the twist. Some features feel surprisingly premium, while others might make you pause before buying. Is this the smartest hybrid choice for daily driving in the US, or is Toyota playing it a little too safe this time? Stick around, because the answer isn't as obvious as you think.
Toyota isn't new to hybrids, but this launch feels different. The 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid sits right at the intersection of what most U.S. buyers want today: SUV styling, car-like efficiency, and a price that doesn't feel out of reach. The Corolla name has been around for decades, known for reliability and simplicity, while the Corolla Cross was created to bring that reputation into the compact SUV world. Now, with a hybrid powertrain, Toyota is clearly aiming at drivers who want to save on fuel without jumping to a full electric vehicle. This model is designed for everyday life: commutes, grocery runs, school drop-offs, and weekend trips, while competing directly with other compact hybrid SUVs that promise efficiency but often cost more. In a market where fuel prices and practicality matter more than ever, Toyota is betting that this hybrid version could become the sweet spot between affordability and modern tech.
Visually, it blends familiar Toyota design with subtle hybrid cues, looking practical rather than flashy. Inside, the focus is on comfort, ease of use, and features most drivers actually care about. But here's where things get interesting. Toyota has made some smart choices and a few surprising compromises that only show up when you look closely. So the big question is, does the 2026 Corolla Cross Hybrid truly deliver the balance it promises, or does it fall short where it matters most? Let's break it all down, step by step.
This is where the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid starts to show its real personality. At first glance, it may look familiar, but spend a little time with it and you'll notice Toyota has quietly sharpened the details. The exterior leans more confident than flashy: clean lines, a slightly more aggressive front grille, and LED lighting that gives it a modern, upscale presence without trying too hard. It's the kind of SUV that looks just as natural pulling into an office parking lot as it does lining up at a weekend soccer game.
Step inside, and the story continues with practicality done right. The cabin feels thoughtfully laid out, with controls exactly where you expect them to be. The dashboard design is simple but modern, anchored by a crisp digital display and a central touchscreen that's easy to read at a glance. Materials aren't luxury grade, but they feel solid and durable, built for years of everyday use rather than showroom flash. There's good headroom, comfortable seating for adults, and just enough rear space to handle family duties without complaint.
Now let's talk about what really matters here: the hybrid powertrain. Toyota pairs efficiency with smooth, predictable performance. Around town, the Corolla Cross Hybrid feels quiet and relaxed, often running on electric power at low speeds. Press the accelerator, and the transition between gas and electric is seamless. It's not trying to be sporty, but it feels confident merging onto highways and stable at cruising speeds. This balance is exactly what many buyers want: stress-free driving with noticeably fewer stops at the gas station.
Fuel economy is one of its biggest selling points, and in real-world driving, that efficiency translates into genuine savings. For commuters and city drivers, this hybrid setup feels like a smart long-term choice rather than a gimmick. Add in Toyota's reputation for hybrid reliability, and you start to see why this model could attract buyers who were previously on the fence.
Technology and safety are another strong area. Toyota's driver assistance features come standard, including adaptive cruise control, lane support, and automatic emergency braking. These systems work quietly in the background, making daily driving feel easier and more relaxed. The infotainment system is straightforward, responsive, and designed to be used without distraction, something that matters more than flashy animations.
But this is also where a few compromises begin to surface. Some interior materials feel basic for the price, and enthusiasts may find the driving experience a bit too safe and conservative. It does everything well, but rarely surprises. And while cargo space is practical, it's not class-leading, especially when compared to slightly larger rivals.
Still, Toyota seems to be playing a very deliberate game here. Deliver efficiency, comfort, and reliability first, and excitement second. The real question is whether that strategy pays off once pricing and trim levels come into play, and whether those compromises are deal breakers or simply smart trade-offs. This is the moment where expectations meet reality. On paper, the 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid looks like a safe, sensible choice, but out on real roads, it reveals something more interesting. In stop-and-go traffic, the hybrid system shines. The SUV glides forward quietly, almost effortlessly, sipping fuel while other cars around it burn through gas. The steering feels light but precise, making tight city turns and parking lots stress-free. This is exactly where Toyota's hybrid experience shows its strength. Then comes the highway test, the point where many compact hybrids struggle. As the speed climbs, the Corolla Cross Hybrid stays composed. Acceleration isn't thrilling, but it's confident and predictable. Merging doesn't feel rushed, and once cruising, the cabin remains calm, with road and wind noise kept impressively low for this class. It doesn't beg for attention, but it quietly proves it belongs here. The real surprise comes when you start pushing it just a bit harder. Drive it back to back with a gas-only competitor, and the difference is clear. While others feel strained or noisy under pressure, the Corolla Cross Hybrid remains smooth and controlled. Fuel economy doesn't collapse the moment you touch the throttle. It holds steady, reinforcing why this hybrid setup makes sense in real life, not just in lab numbers. But this is also where its personality becomes crystal clear. If you're expecting excitement or sporty character, this isn't it. The suspension is tuned for comfort, not corner carving, and the driving experience prioritizes calm over thrill. For some buyers, that's a letdown. For others, it's exactly the point. And that's the turning moment. The Corolla Cross Hybrid doesn't try to impress, it tries to make your life easier. The question now isn't whether it performs well enough, it's whether that quiet competence is enough to win you over once we talk value, trims, and final recommendations. So here's the bottom line. The 2026 Toyota Corolla Cross Hybrid delivers exactly what it promises, and in today's U.S. market, that matters more than ever. It's efficient, comfortable, and easy to live with, offering the kind of stress-free ownership experience many buyers actually want. The biggest wins are its excellent real-world fuel economy, smooth hybrid performance, and Toyota's proven reputation for long-term reliability. Add in standard safety tech and a user-friendly interior, and you get a compact SUV that feels thoughtfully designed for everyday life. That said, it's not perfect. The interior materials won't impress luxury shoppers, and drivers looking for excitement or sporty handling may find it a bit too conservative. Cargo space is practical but not class-leading, and some rivals offer flashier designs or more power. Still, those trade-offs feel intentional. Toyota clearly focused on efficiency, dependability, and value, rather than headline-grabbing performance. For commuters, small families, and first-time hybrid buyers, the Corolla Cross Hybrid makes a lot of sense. It's especially appealing for anyone who wants SUV versatility without the fuel costs of a larger vehicle. If you value quiet comfort, low running costs, and peace of mind over aggressive styling or fast acceleration, this Toyota fits the bill perfectly. Looking at the bigger picture, this model reflects where the U.S. market is heading. Not everyone is ready to go fully electric, and hybrids like this are becoming the smart middle ground. Toyota's approach here could influence more brands to prioritize real-world efficiency and simplicity over complexity and hype.
Now, the question is yours. Would you choose quiet efficiency over excitement, or do you expect more personality from your daily driver? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your take. If this review helped you, hit that like button, subscribe for more honest car reviews, and stay tuned for what's coming next.